Hola, hello, hello. I want to talk to you a little bit about me and tell you a little bit of who I am. Now, not because I'm looking for an applause, but because I know somebody needs to hear this. I am at this moment, as we speak, I was writing this morning, and I want to tell you that I once was a maid. I started as a maid. I was a maid, I was a cleaner. I used to scrub floors, wash restrooms, and instead of being a 9 to 5, it was from 5 to 9. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the way it was. When people got out of work, I used to go in there and clean with other people. I worked for a company, and I was working very hard, and I felt that many times I was invisible, and it just kept going every single day, and working. Now, I realized one day that do I want to continue to be doing this, because you really work very hard. If you are doing that right now, kudos to you. It's a very hard work. And I decided that I wanted to do something else, but it was just something that I thought briefly. I didn't know exactly what I wanted. I didn't finish my high school, and I still didn't have my GED at that time. And so, um, I started continue to clean. And one day, I remember this. One day, I was cleaning an office, and it was a bank. And when I was there, I was like, I wonder how it is to be um, a banker, a teller, to work here. I used to think it was a cashier. I wonder how it is to be a cashier. And and that's it. It was just in my mind. Let it go. I didn't think about it again. And fast forward to now, I after years later, of course, and many things that happened, I started working for a bank, and that financial institution gave me many, many years of amazing experience, and I met amazing people. And I saw myself back then going somewhere, and I didn't know how. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was next. But I did make a choice of starting to build the people who I was with, watching. Of course, I was hanging out with, obviously, we all do at a certain point when we're young, with a lot of people, and you don't know what's next. But I started watching very well what I was hearing, what I was seeing, what I was talking, and slowly, um, I hope we can hear this sound. I think we can. Yes. Hi, hi, hi. And anyway, I became a manager after being a teller and a banker and a service customer service, and then eventually a manager. But I'm gonna shrink all this, because let's make it a very small um, time right now, and important. But I made the decision that I wanted to do something else, and I did. I moved out of there, and then I started learning. I started developing slowly. I didn't know a lot. I didn't have no school. I didn't finish my high school. I didn't finish my high school. And I'll tell you later on what happened there. And then went and got my GED and all that stuff. But anyway, I want to tell you that wherever you are, one of the things that I know, I was writing this morning, and I know that helped me. Besides, what I knew was my attitude. It was definitely my attitude, and I realized that my attitude was my altitude. And it took me to where I needed to go at that moment. Of course, a lot of things help. Is you gotta know the right person, because at that moment, when a girl that I knew, she says, hey, let me help you with your resume. So it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I knew this girl, she got me in. And then after that, of course, it's going to be on you, right, to develop you, and to make it, and to go at it, and know what you want, and see a vision of what you want, right? And you got to work for it, obviously, but it's a lot about, your mindset. But anyway, it was my attitude, and the decisions that I made at that moment. And then I became a manager, very, very successful, and promoted a lot of people and helped a lot of people. And I'm happy and thrilled to say that, because I did it and I love it and I love them and I'm so happy for them. I was just writing, like I said, and I was thinking. Um, but anyway, bottom line, it was a change where I was to where I was a maid. I became a manager, where I was cleaning. I was cleaning from 5 to 9. Then I started working from 9 to 5. And of course, the amount of money was ridiculous. I mean, we'll talk about it one day. I had the mindset, I had faith, and I had a great attitude. And that's what took me from where I was to where I was later at that time. Anyway, have a great and fabulous day. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. And I'm very happy to come to you this day. We'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Hasta luego. Where's this thing at? Right here.